Syntech sent over their hard carrying case for Steam Deck. It retails for $49.99 and after about 2 weeks of actually using it, here's what I think about it. Oh, and by the way, I'm giving one away. Stick around to find out how you can get one. Now, let's start with the build quality because I think this is where this case really earns it, and I think that's its main selling point. It's really hard and rugged. It feels shockproof, maybe even splash-proof, and the materials outside and inside I think are really good quality. The interior is fleece-lined, so the Steam Deck itself is sitting against something very soft. The handle is padded as well, and I think it might be fake leather, or at least it looks like that, but it's very nice to the touch. If you have to carry this all day, you're gonna notice that. And the zippers are pretty good quality. They've got a locking hole if you want to run your own lock on it. I think it's pretty good for security, but I mean, if someone steals the whole thing, they'll probably find a way to get inside. Now, for actually carrying it, there is a strap with a few adjustments. You can do shoulder bag, a crossbody, or a tighter fit if you want it close to your body. And there's 4 attachment points for that strap, so you've got some flexibility there depending on how you want to run it, how you want it to sit. I went with the crossbody setup for most of my testing, mainly because it kept the case from swinging around when I was walking a bit too fast. Now, I want to talk about what you can actually fit inside. I managed to cram in the original Valve dock, and that's already a good starting point because a lot of cases this size just don't have room for that. I also packed the long 2-meter EU standard OLED charger. If you don't know, the OLED charger is actually a lot longer than the LCD one. It's 2 meters. And it was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, but it does fit. You can also fit in some small wired headphones, and there's also a dedicated compartment for SD cards in a zippered mesh pocket. And that's about it. I was also able to fit a Steam Deck with a case on it, and it still closes, which is good news. I know a lot of people have some sort of case on their deck. And size-wise, compared to the LCD case, this one is about double the size. Compared to the OLED limited edition case, it's about 1.5 times bigger. And compared to the JSOX charger and travel case, you know, the big boy, this is about half the size. So it sits right in the middle of the lineup. It's bigger than the minimal options, it's smaller than the ones built to hold everything. I think it's just the perfect middle ground. Now there is a flap that protects the screen inside, but it also doubles as a stand. It's a good idea on paper. It lets you prop the Steam Deck up and game while, for example, it's charging if you also have a controller. But there is an issue with it. It completely blocks the back vent on the Steam Deck. So if you're using this as a stand for any length of time, your airflow is going to be compromised, just something to keep in mind. Now that same flap that sits over the screen is also skewed a bit to the right. It actually hits the right analog stick, or at least in my case, and you can move it out of the way, but that left me with a pretty bad impression. If you're not careful sliding your deck in, your sticks aren't going to be as protected as you'd expect from a case like this, and I think the whole point of a hard case in the first place is to protect the Steam Deck. So who is this actually for? If you want just your Steam Deck, a dock and a charger protected in something really rugged, I think that will do a really good job. If you're somebody who travels with a keyboard, a mouse, an extra controller, extra cables, you know, the full setup, bigger headphones, stuff like that, that's gonna be a tight fit. I can fit more into my soft bag or into the big case, keyboard and mouse included, without any of the struggle I had with this one. For this one, I really like the ruggedness. It's solidly built, it has good materials, the locking zippers are really a nice touch, but you just can't put all that much stuff in it. Still, I think it is better than the case that comes with the Steam Deck, the Valve one, and I really appreciate the build quality. And if rugged protection for just the essentials is what you're after, this will deliver on that. Now, I've partnered with Syntech to give one of these away. All you guys have to do is leave a comment on this video and I'll enter you in the giveaway. If you win, I'll reach out to you directly and you will get one sent your way. And if you guys enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike and let me know what I can do to improve. And if you're into Steam, Steam hardware, Steam Deck and gaming handhelds and tech, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.